What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name is Chase. This is That Sounds Terrible. Today's episode, we're going to talk about some power tubes. I want to see if there's any real differences, audible differences, between the two. So I'm going to be changing out the power tubes in my Rivera Knucklehead Reverb. Its manufacture date is from 2003, so it's a pretty old amp. And it's definitely time for some tubes. So I went with the KT77s. It currently had the JJ E34Ls that were installed, but I wanted to audibly see if there was an audible difference. So I've recorded a DI signal for the clean channel and a dirty channel, and I reamped the signal. This way we can get a direct comparison from the E34Ls to the KT77s. I figured it would be the best way to really show it. There's no variance between the playing. There's no variance in anything else. I let the amp sit for about 25 minutes each time to warm up, let everything get kind of to a stable, playing temperature before I ran the signal through into the recordings. Everything should be the same. There might be probably some, variances in the loudness, and I would guess that's probably based on the output of the tube. That's my guess anyways. Got my headphones. Let's go ahead and get everything set up. Yeah, let's get right into it. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start off with the clean channel from the E34L. So we will unmute that. And as you can see on the screen, I've got the DI signal for both of them. And then, of course, everything is labeled as you can see it on the screen. So let's go. So this is going to be the clean channel on the Rivera Knucklehead Reverb with the E34Ls. So from what I can hear, it sounds really good. I do like EL34s, at least in this amp. I know from the factory, I think it came with the 6L6s installed, but there's a nice chime to it. Now, the Rivera amp does have several tone shaping options. There's push-pulls, there are plenty of relays that allow you to do brightness. There's contouring, scooping out your mids, adding in more mids. There's a high pass filter knob. There's a subwoofer output. There's a focus knob, presence knob, tone bass. There's tons of options on this amp. And so you can really sculpt your sound for yourself. And so as you're hearing it is how I usually run the amp. This is the clean channel. You can get anything from kind of like a Fender Tweed, Blackface Bassman's, pretty much anything you want. And it's just an incredible, versatile amp. And it sounds really good. There's this really good mid-range content. And it definitely has a nice chime. It's not overly warm, and it's not too bright. All right, let's go ahead and listen to the KT77s. All right, so right out the gate, there's a difference response in the low end. See if I can do this back to back here. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, there's definitely some audible differences going on here. So, it's kind of hard to say, really. So I don't know which one I prefer more. I kind of like, on the cleans, I kind of like the EL34. There's a little bit more mid-range content there. The KT77s, to me, sound tighter in the low end, a little deeper, so to speak, if that makes sense, that it can be deeper but tighter, like a punch more. The top end is smoother sounding, a little bit, but there's a nice clarity and chime from the EL34s to me. And I could be hearing something different, maybe because I got the headphones. Yeah, there's definitely some mid-range differences that I'm hearing. So anyways, let's go ahead and listen to the dirty channel. Now, for the dirty channel, I did boost the amp. That's probably not really a fair comparison, but I did boost it on both recordings. So both tracks are going to have the same setup. I boosted it with the TDS Effects Segment Overdrive. For whatever reason, that pedal just sounds really incredible with this amp to me. So let's go ahead and give that a listen. So this is going to be the E34Ls. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and listen to the KT77. Yeah, I really like the KT77s on the distortion. That sounds really good. There's a lot more mid-range going on with the EL34s, but it sounds a little nasally. It's more focused towards that kind of mid-range content. The lows aren't there. They're like loose, but they're not as like punchy or deep, I guess you would say. With the KT77s, there's a lot of low end. It's punchy low end. I kind of also feel that the KT77s don't have quite as much in the top end. Now, of course, all of this can be adjusted via the EQ. So this is just the first impressions, kind of thing. Obviously, I'm going to play it out over a couple of months and see how well I like it. But overall, there is a slight audible difference. Is it noticeable if you're not really listening for it? Probably not. Is it going to justify just going out and buying tubes to do that? Probably not. In a live situation, nobody's going to notice the difference. Nobody's going to care either way. But this was fun for me because I was just curious. I wanted to see how it was, and I thought maybe you guys would be interested in it. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really enjoy the KT77s so far. At least on the distortion channel, which is mostly what I play. I'm not too big on the cleans, just out of curiosity. I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll have to play it out. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching in this video. Please tell me in the comments down below if you guys could hear any kind of major differences or what you preferred in today's video. The sound clips at the beginning and end of the video are with the KT77s, just to give you a little bit of a reference. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.